Hunter from KPMG. I wanted to pick up a bit actually on your comments on the labour market, and what struck me from when you showed the chart comparing US wages and wage growth here was that obviously very different, but the labour market response, the employment response here has been much more positive. We've got many more people working now, whereas in the US, the UK and others have really struggled. So I had a two-part question. One was, how do you see that response playing forward? Do you think there is any more to come from the local labour markets in terms of continuing to increase and meet demand? And secondly, we now have the borders reopened, of course, and the latest visa data suggests that we have finally got some applicants coming through, and hopefully they're all going to get here at some point in the not too distant future. How do you think about the return of international migration and inflows playing into the labour market and playing into your decisions over the next 12 months?
Yeah, Bill, there's good questions. First, on domestic participation, it's increased a lot. More young people are working than ever before, and more women are working than ever before, and that's not the case in the US and many European countries. Partly reflects the success I think we had on the health front during the pandemic. Not as many people got sick and not badly sick, so they participated in the labour market, and that's really great. That more and more people are working, they're earning incomes, they're supporting the incomes of their households. So that's a very positive development. Female labour force participation in Australia has increased, but it's still not that high. I hope we can make further progress there, and I know the government shares that hope and has had a whole series of policy measures there. In terms of the opening of the borders, it certainly helps firms that have specific skill shortages. You get a project manager or an IT specialist come in, and that helps you to do the investment or the output that you would have otherwise not been able to do. So from that perspective, it's positive. But I'd just caution you in thinking that it's a solution to the tight labour market. Because when that project manager goes home from working for you, they've got to live somewhere, they occasionally go to the doctor, they go out, they eat, they entertain themselves, maybe they have to educate their kids. And when they do that, that creates more demand for labour. So most of the evidence is that the supply and demand balance out from increased population growth. But what opening the borders can do, if we do this well, is address those really acute skills shortages, and that will allow more output and investment. So I think the focus needs to be on the skills, not the numbers.